Welcome to another edition of Meeting with the Lake Orion Lions Club. My guests today are Roger Brodeur, who is the president of the club, and Bob Erickson, who is the first vice president. We're getting to a busy time of the year with the holidays. Thanksgiving's coming along, followed by Christmas and all the Christmas activities. And I know that the Lions Club puts on a Christmas basket program, but in order to do so, there's some things you do to raise funds. So what are some of the things you do to raise funds for your Christmas basket program?
Well, the first event we have coming up is when you see us out on the streets all bundled up in the weekend after Thanksgiving, and we're out walking the streets doing the Goodfellows papers. So we're selling a copy of the Oakland Press with our own cover over it, and that cover contains ads that we've sold for the local businesses and people that just want to put a thank you out there to the Lions, and we're out there selling those papers, so watch for us out there on the streets.
Anybody that would like to take an ad in that is more than welcome to contact us so that we can still get their ad in that paper that gets sold. Okay,
and how would they contact the Lions Club?
That ad form that you can get a hold of is either on our website at lakeorionlions.org or on our Facebook page, Lake Orion Lions Facebook page. So you can get that ad, and it tells you where to send it, who to contact, all of that.
And we would also welcome anybody that wanted to come out and join us one of those mornings that we're out selling Goodfellows papers. We can always cover more areas here in Lake Orion and collect more money.
And where generally should people look for Lions Club members selling the Goodfellow papers?
We are on a number of street corners around town.
Such as?
But the primary one we go to is the corner of Brown and Baldwin on the north side of the freeway there. It's a very busy intersection. We put a lot of cones out, so be careful while you're driving through there, please. But we're out there for a couple weekends, as well as a number of places like around where Flint and Miller and Orion roads come together. That's another good location. You'll see us sometimes.
Anything special? I understand in the past you've had a couple of colorful characters, can I say?
You may see a lion walking around the streets, a full lion costume, and I can guarantee you will see many different, very colorful hats, so that we're very recognizable.
I've been known to have a giraffe on my head or a bear, and a couple of the guys have some interesting costumes. Definitely gets people's attention.
Okay, so you use the money that you raise from the sale of these Goodfellow papers to support your Christmas basket program. What else do you do to get ready for your Christmas basket program?
We do put out boxes around town where people can make donations of food and gifts, because we do in the basket program try to supply some gifts to people too. It's more of a food type program, but there will be boxes around town.
And when your kids come home with a flyer saying that they can donate food to help out needy people at Christmas time, that food that is donated to the schools, we split with fish. So we take half of it and they take half of it. So it goes to our food program and it supplies fish with their needed stores.
And what kind of food are you looking to have donated?
Mainly canned goods, non-perishable, is what we would like to have donated, so we can keep it for a while. But then in the actual baskets, we do also give milk and bread and
ham and turkey and a lot of different perishable eggs. So what happens here is that we set up the gym at the Cirque, which is the old high school over on Scripps Road, and we fill that gym completely with food. We have rows and rows of tables set up. We set up all day on Friday, the weekend before Christmas. We spend that whole Friday working on setting up, and then we pull out the bleachers and set up one whole side of the bleachers with gifts for both the parents and the kids. And we typically have a little over 200 families, and we'll supply them with about a week's worth of food and gifts for everybody in the household.
Okay, let's get back to this collecting the food. So people should look, for instance, I think in the past you've had them at Village Hall and at Township Hall, at the banks and
Library.
other places where people generally would go to do business, and they can drop off canned goods or boxed goods such as cereal, for instance,
Sure.
or other packaged things, macaroni and cheese and things of that type.
Get a lot of beans.
Yeah.
A lot of beans.
And then I understand the Thursday before, Lions Club gets a truck or something and goes to the various locations that have collected this food, and you take it all over to the Cirque building.
Correct.
And then on Friday, they have, as you said, the tables are set up, but don't they have to sort out everything?
All of the food gets, of course, yeah, and we put all the beans together, and we put all the corn together,
Yeah.
all the macaroni and cheese boxes together. So once we get all of that all sorted out,
Yeah.
then we do get a tremendous amount of help from students at Lake Orion High School and other schools around town. And they come in and actually go shopping. They get the name of, or not the name, but they get a family that they're selecting for and what they need. And they'll go around and fill up the boxes according to that family's needs and how many people, of course, are in the family. And then they'll also, according to the people that are in the family, put some presents in there.
Yeah, the list that they get explains how many people are in the family, how many kids, the ages of the kids, boy, girl, so we can select proper food and presents. And then it's volunteers from all over the community. We get people coming in that bring their whole family. And I know personally, my kids look forward to it. They go shopping every year. I'm too busy with other things, but I assign them to an adult somewhere and put them on there, and they actually go shopping, and they love it. They love it. We stack up boxes and boxes and boxes of food on Friday night. It's fantastic.
And then on Saturday morning, as you get ready to deliver, that's when the Lions Club, through the money they've generated with the sale of the Goodfellows paper, puts in what I call the perishables that you mentioned, the milk, the
Bread,
eggs,
Ham, turkey.
bread, produce, I mean,
Right.
oranges, apples, that type of thing. So that,
And Saturday morning is phase 2 of where we need the volunteers. Friday, we need them for shopping in the afternoon. Saturday morning is when people show up with their cars and trucks, and we get a number of vans from Malash, and that's when we start the deliveries. And people just show up, they finish the shopping by picking up the perishables that morning, and then they take them out to their car, and we give them the sheet with the address, and they deliver them to the people. And there's nothing more rewarding than walking up to that person's door with boxes of food and gifts where they may not have had a good Christmas otherwise.
And then they'll have a good, hopefully we'll have helped them have a good Christmas. And as Roger said, it's over 200 senior citizens and families that we have helped in the past.
and again, people can help by donating goods. They can help by buying a Goodfellows paper. They can help by coming to the Cirque Center on the Friday before Christmas and sort out all that stuff.
And it's
And
a
that's
lot.
that's
It's
a
lot.
big job in itself.
Yes, it is.
And then later that day, they can, as Roger said, go shopping, which is really taking a cart and saying, oh, okay, I got a family of 5, and therefore I'll need so many cans of beans and so many of peas and some of corn and potatoes and whatever.
And that the specific date, we'll have that on our website. So if you're looking for when to show up, when you can help to volunteer on Friday and Saturday,
Yeah.
go to our website, lakeorionlions.org, and you'll see more information specifically about what dates and when you can be there.
Correct.
Okay. Also, there's understand that the Lions Club last year started a special program that you're looking to continue this year to serve another segment of the community. And what group is that?
There's a group of kids in the Lake Orion schools that they designate as physically or otherwise handicapped children.
Now, special needs kids, as they call them.
Yes.
Okay.
And so we started this event last year. It was our first time trying it out. And probably the most successful first time of any event we've done. We had volunteers from our club and a couple from the community. We had Ronald McDonald. We had Santa there, of course. This year I think I have a line on a Mrs. Claus as well. And these kids came in, and I think there were about 70 of them. And we had lunch for them provided by McDonald's here in town, and cake, and Ronald McDonald put on a magic show, and Santa was there, of course, and these kids just loved it. It was just really heartwarming, and what a fantastic event. Their parents were there, watching what was going on, and the parents were just amazed by it. In fact, we ended up with one new member out of it. One of the teachers joined our club.
That should happen around the second week of December again. Just trying to nail down the date with the school.
Okay. Now, with Santa there, did he then ask the kids what they wanted for Christmas and make out a list for each kid? Or what did Santa do?
Well, that was pretty amazing, because before the event, we put a list out to the schools and asked them to ask the kids what they would like. And then as members, a number of us went shopping individually and bought these gifts. And you'd think these kids are asking for Lamborghinis and Ferraris. But no, they were asking for duct tape, crayons, and coloring book. They're asking for such small things. And those things just made them so excited, they could not believe it when they were opening them. The girls asking for nail polish kits and things like that. I don't use them much. They were asking for things like that. But duct tape, one kid wanted duct tape. It's the big fad to make these little duct tape wallets.
Yeah.
That's what this boy wanted, is duct tape. It's so simple that you would think they would be disappointed by those gifts. They were more excited than if they got that Ferrari, I think.
I know they really had a good time. I'm going to make sure that I'm there this year.
Absolutely.
Okay. So they went out, and people in the Lions Club shopped for the gifts. And then I assumed, you said the kids opened it, so they spent time, members of the Lions Club spent time also wrapping up these gifts and everything. And
yeah, we all did participate in selecting the gifts and getting them wrapped and making sure that the right kids got the things that they wanted, and Santa made that a big, big deal.
And I understand Ronald McDonald was there. I think you mentioned that.
Yeah, he did a magic show. In fact, at the Gowling Car Show this past weekend, there was a girl that came up to us. We were selling our raffle tickets at the car show, and a girl came up to us, and she was just grinning from ear to ear when she saw the Lions booth, and she came up and thanked us again and told us how much fun she had at that event.
Was this one of the special
She was
needs?
one of the special needs, the kids that were there for the lunch, and she said she hopes that Ronald McDonald comes back again this year because it was so much fun and he was so funny. So we're really looking forward to it. That really made us feel good Saturday.
It's the kind of thing I think you would say that puts the joy in Christmas. That,
for those who may or may not have a good Christmas, you would think a reason to be joyful, and they really enjoyed that.
That's what it's all about, right?
What type of gifts? You mentioned in addition to the food baskets, that you provide gifts for some of the families. What type of gifts are you looking for in case somebody wanted to donate that?
The families have kids of all ages in the family, so it can be just about anything. So we do prefer them to be unwrapped, so that we know what we're selecting when we put them in the boxes for the families. But it really can be just about a variety of anything, from dolls to board games to trucks.
Even clothes, hats and gloves, and quite often we're short on gifts for the parents too. We like to give the parents a little something. You know, they obviously they would rather have the kids get something, but we do both.
Yeah.
You know, our focus is on the kids, but the parents do get a little something. So a lot of times we need little things. You know, bottle of perfume for mom or something like that. You know, whatever it is, we look for a lot of different donations that we can give them.
And people who are able to contribute and want to help out can put the gifts in these boxes along with any canned goods or
Absolutely.
packaged goods that they have.
Yeah,
Put 'em
we
in
are
the-
always looking for the help to come to the Cirque and help us assemble everything. Even as far as putting boxes together. That was the first year that I came back to the Lions Club. My job was to tape boxes together, and I did that for a day. But you know what? The next day they were ready and got filled up with the good stuff.
A lot of boxes, hundreds of them. We go through about 300 boxes, I believe. But if you do have donations for food or gifts, and you need somebody to pick it up, we can do that. Contact us through the website again, or our Facebook page, LakeOrionLions.org for a website. You know, but we are more than willing to come and pick things up as well, because the last week before the Christmas basket program, a lot of us who happen to have pickups are driving all over town picking up things from these different donation sites and the schools. So we're more than happy to stop by and pick anything up if somebody needs us to.
How do you find out about the family or the person that may need extra assistance at the holiday season?
We do have a committee of people that do some investigation, but mainly those names are given to us from the school system. I don't know if we get them other ways besides the school system.
Primarily the school system, but a lot of times people just know about it. They know it's coming up, and they know a family member that doesn't live with them possibly that needs help, or something like that. You know, their neighbor, they know that their neighbor's struggling. Maybe it's a medical issue and they aren't able to make enough money, or they have too many bills, things like that. You know, so a lot of times people contact us that way also.
Yeah. And then we also do have a number of senior citizens that we know are in need, and we deliver a box to them also.
And again, if somebody knows of a family in need, they can let the Lions Club know how.
Contact us through the website. There's a contact sheet there on the website, and it has emails and phone numbers, and let us know. Each one of us has an email, you know, president at LakeOrionLions.org, vice president at LakeOrionLions.org. So let us know, or just our general email is contact@LakeOrionLions.org.
What other things does the Lions Club do to assist in the community? I mean, I know the focus on the Lions Club, I mean, almost from its inception, was on assisting the visually impaired and the blind. What kind of assistance, is there anything that the Lake Orion Lions Club does in that regard?
I guess you could start from kind of the beginning of trying to find out if somebody is hearing or visually impaired, and we do try to offer some type of testing in certain instances to make sure, or to find out if kids are going to need help. And that will also, we'll get referrals from local physicians and again from the school system, where they start to see an issue with kids that are potentially hearing or visually impaired.
We have a project globally, but we maintain it here in the local area as well, called Project Kids Sight. And what that is we, in our local district, a number of clubs in the area have purchased a machine where in about 5 minutes we can do a test on kids' eyes, and just with a camera that you point at them. They don't have to go through the million questions that you and I do when we get glasses. All they do is sit still, we point a camera at them, it takes a picture of their eyes from a distance, and from that we can get a pretty good idea if they're in need of glasses or have a couple of other problems. From there, we can then refer them to a doctor if they need it, or if they need assistance, quite often we'll help them with that as well, because we have a number of local doctors that will give us glasses, help us get people glasses at an incredible discount.
That's another good point. If anybody has any old glasses laying around, we take those as donations and get them recycled.
Yes, and we have drop boxes for glasses at a number of locations. I believe the library has them, the township hall. I know that Dr. Deck's office has them there on Indianwood, and actually have a box in the back of my car right now that I'm going to drop off at Pearl Vision. So we have a lot of drop boxes where people can drop glasses and hearing aids. That's another thing, that glasses and hearing aids are both reusable. So we collect those as well.
So if people have these and no longer have a need because maybe their prescription has changed or whatever, rather than throwing these items out, recycle them and help somebody who maybe is a little less fortunate and not able to afford them.
And a lot of times people like us may change our glasses just because we're tired of them. And you know what? People that are desperate for glasses and can't see well, they're thrilled with those glasses that you think are ugly. So pass those along. Make them useful. Don't just throw them in the trash. We donate around, in Michigan, we collect about 250,000 pairs a year.
Wow.
That's the number I've heard recently, 250,000. So it's significant. It makes a big difference.
And if somebody who is watching this program says, well, hey, I like the things you guys are doing, how can they get involved? I mean, beyond just donating some canned goods or a gift or putting something in a drop box.
You know, right now we've got about, what, 68 members? And so there's a lot of us around town that hopefully you know a Lions member. And if you're interested, just contact them and attend a meeting with us. And we have a lot of fun at our meetings. We generally have a program, somebody that comes in and talks about different topics. And we do different fun activities. We want our meetings to be fun but also talk and be organized about the fundraisers that we're doing.
So when does the club meet and where? And
we meet at the castle in the front of Canterbury Village at the restaurant there, what do they call it? King's Corner. King's Corner restaurant there in the front of Canterbury Village on the first and third Wednesday of the month at 7 o'clock. And we'll have dinner, it's a very informal meeting. We have fun. We try to keep it stress-free. It's supposed to be volunteer. We don't want to make it difficult. So we have our meetings there at 7 o'clock, enjoy a little dinner, and socialize a bit, and then get down to some quick business and carry on. So if someone's interested in joining the club, contact a member. You'll see us all over town, a lot of times in these bright yellow shirts with the logo on them. So look for us out there, or go to our website or our Facebook page and get more information there and contact information.
Okay, and again, the website is?
LakeOrionLions.org.
Okay.
We encourage everybody to get a hold of one of us or come to one of our meetings and find out what we're all about.
Okay, well, thank you very much. Appreciate visiting and hearing more about what the Lake Orion Lions Club are doing. My guests today have been Roger Brodeur, the president of the club, and Bob Erickson, the first vice president. And just want to thank you for tuning in and watching, and want to wish all of you, on behalf of the Lake Orion Lions Club, a very happy holiday season.